Assets are what make money grow. Without assets, money always runs out. Most people don't have assets, so the only thing they can do is work and spend. When money is spent on things that disappear, it cannot come back. Some people choose differently. They use money to buy assets instead. Because of assets, money starts coming back again and again. In today's video, we'll explore 10 assets that help money grow over time. Like most people, Bobo goes to work every day to earn money. At the end of the day, Bobo receives some money in his hand. With money in hand, Bobo now has to decide what to do next. At first, Bobo spends his money on bread to eat. After eating, the bread is gone and the money is gone too. The next day, Bobo works again and gets money again. This time, Bobo decides not to spend the money on bread. Instead, Bobo uses the money to buy something that helps him make bread. Soon after, Bobo can make bread by himself. Days pass, and Bobo keeps using the same thing to get bread for his daily meals. And Bobo can even take the bread outside to sell it. Bobo realizes this choice helps his life become more stable over time. Meanwhile, Lulu still needs to buy bread every time he wants to eat. After eating, Lulu has nothing left to help him the next day. Now Bobo looks back at both paths and clearly sees how different they are. One side is used once, and then it is gone. The other keeps creating benefits for him every day. But Bobo decides to give this choice a name. He calls it an asset because it keeps helping him again and again. But then Bobo thinks about how he was able to make this choice. And he realizes that without money before, he could not have done this. Because of that, Bobo understands money itself can also be an asset. After learning this, Bobo decides not to spend all his money right away. He keeps some cash, even though he wants to buy many other things at that moment. But Bobo doesn't spend that money because he's afraid that one day he might need it. Then one day something unexpected happens. The machine suddenly stops working properly. Bobo does not panic because he remembers the cash he saved. He uses that cash to fix the machine right away. Soon, the machine works again, and bread comes back as usual. Meanwhile, Lulu also buys a bread-making machine. But when Lulu's machine breaks, he can't fix it right away because he has no money saved. Lulu has to stop making bread and wait until he earns money again. From this moment, Bobo gradually understands that cash protects assets and keeps them working. But then he starts thinking a bit further than just protection. And Bobo asks himself how assets can not only survive, but also grow. That question leads Bobo to think about assets that can bring money back regularly. After thinking it through, Bobo uses his saved money to buy a small house. But Bobo doesn't buy the house to live in. He buys it to rent it out to someone else. After that, Bobo patiently waits to see what this new choice will bring him. Slowly, money starts coming back to him month after month. Even as Bobo makes bread, the house continues to bring him money. Bobo now sees the difference between saving money and making money. As he sees money steadily coming in from renting the house, Bobo grows more curious. He wonders if money can grow without buying more things. Then Bobo remembers something very normal from daily life. Lending money to others is also a way for money to grow on its own. Bobo decides to lend Lulu part of his money for a period of time. After that, Bobo goes back to his normal routine. He doesn't chase the money or check it every day. Sometime later, Lulu comes back and returns more money than he borrowed. Bobo pauses for a moment and connects the dots. At that moment, Bobo realizes his money has grown while he lived normally. This feels very different from just trading time for money. And Bobo understands that money can also grow when it's used in the right way. As Bobo earns extra money from his earlier assets, he stops letting it sit still. Instead, he brings that money to invest in a business run by others. The business uses Bobo's money to trade and sell products. Over time, the business starts making profit. When profit is made, part of it is shared back with Bobo. The better the business performs, the more Bobo receives. This type of asset is called investing or owning shares. And Bobo now has another asset that brings him income. Bobo wants money to come back more regularly. He wants to know exactly when the money will arrive. So Bobo lends his money to a large organization. The organization uses the money for its operations. In return, they promise to pay Bobo on fixed dates. Each time the date arrives, Bobo receives the same small payment. This payment does not depend on profit or loss. When the lending period ends, Bobo gets all his original money back. This type of asset is called a bond. Bonds are not about making money fast. They are about keeping money safe and coming back steadily. And Bobo uses bonds to balance risk with his other assets. With this steady income in place, Bobo moves on to the next way to grow his money. While searching for other ways to invest, Bobo notices something important. Bobo learns that picking the right business is not easy at all. Comparing which one will grow better takes too much time, so Bobo chooses not to pick just one business. Instead, he puts his money into a large basket of many businesses. If one business runs into trouble, others can still keep going. Because of that, Bobo can still receive benefits from the whole group, and Bobo doesn't need to manage or watch them every day. There is a system that automatically monitors and adjusts the basket for him. This type of asset is called an index fund. It helps Bobo grow money without watching the market every day. With this long-term asset in place, Bobo feels more confident. But even with investments running in the background, Bobo still works every day. His daily work creates new income to save and invest again. But while working, Bobo notices a problem. His working time is limited, no matter how hard he tries. So the number of bread stays the same. So Bobo decides to change how he works. He uses money to buy a higher capacity bread machine. With the same working hours, Bobo now makes more bread. More bread means more income from the same amount of time. The machine keeps helping Bobo work every day. That's why this equipment is also an asset. It creates value repeatedly, not just once. But even with machines, Bobo still has to bake bread every day to earn money. And Bobo starts to wonder if there is another way to make money. So Bobo decides to write down how he makes good bread. He spends time once to finish it carefully. After that, he sells his recipe so others can learn to make bread themselves. And each time someone buys his recipe, Bobo earns money. Bobo doesn't need to bake bread again for each sale. One piece of work now creates value many times. This kind of asset is called intellectual property. It turns knowledge into income that repeats over time. Bobo adds this asset without needing more time or machines. As more people use Bobo's recipe, something slowly changes. People remember where the recipe came from. Next time they need it, they come back to Bobo. And they no longer hesitate like before. Trust makes their decisions easier. Over time, people are willing to pay a bit more. Nothing changed in the recipe itself. What changed is how people feel about Bobo. That feeling itself starts creating value. This is what people call a brand. A strong brand helps Bobo earn more from the same work. That's why trust and brand are valuable assets. As Bobo earns more, more people want his bread and recipes. But Bobo notices he cannot handle everything alone, within a fixed time frame. So Bobo decides to get help instead of doing everything himself. He pays Lulu to He asks Mimi to help manage orders and customers. With help, more work gets done at the same time. Bobo no longer trades only his own time for money. Other people's time now helps create value for him. That's why people and teams are powerful assets. The right people help Bobo grow faster than working alone. With a team, Bobo's system becomes much stronger. And now, looking back at everything he has built, Bobo finally understands the difference. Working helps him earn money, but assets help him create money faster. Assets didn't make him rich overnight. They helped him move forward step by step. Each asset was a small decision made at the right moment. And over time, those small decisions quietly changed his future.